So this university has a specific place in my heart. So whenever things are there in the Calcutta University, if there's any scope that I can contribute a little there, I try my level best. But even apart from my own ideas, my own beliefs, my own faiths, since I'm being invited by Pubali and Purba, I'm very, very happy to participate in this program. Now, to begin with the question that Purba has placed to me, you people are talking about soft skills. Soft skills are the qualities of behavior. Qualities of behavior. What is behavior? Behavior is the reaction pattern on the part of the given individual towards a specific stimulation which has been given to him or her. So SOR, stimulation, organism is the person and its reaction. SOR is the formulation for behavior. We behave to a set of stimuli or we behave to a single stimulus in the situation. And the manifestation of our behavior is our reaction to it. Okay. The question of soft skill comes in the area of this manifestation, the pattern of reaction that we have to the given stimulus, pattern of reaction on the part of the individual. So reactions are being determined by two definite forces in our mind. One is our intellect, the intellectual understanding of the situation, and the other is emotion. Soft skill comes under the purview of emotional domain. Emotional domain. This is simply not understandability of the situation. Logically, we understand many things, but emotionally, we do not know that we do not understand it. Say, for example, the client that I was seeing, whom I finished at 9:30 today, she's a very good engineer, a girl, working in a very good company, earning a very, very fat salary, not like ours. It's quite more than that, much more than that. So she's successful there. She has her husband, who is also an engineer, but the personality-wise, they belong to two different poles. Like both of them are nice people. Both of them are nice people. They do not have any negative points being prominent that can cause clashes. This girl was telling me, I'm outgoing type, and he likes to spend more time on his plants and the colorful fins, aquarium. He's very much interested in that. Instantly, I understood this boy is a deep boy. He has depth in his emotion, where he feels connected with plants. I'm also extremely fond of plants. That doesn't mean I'm a very deep person, but I have my fascination, my likings towards it. Even little bit of grass can make me happy. This green, the green leaves, they carry a different vibes for me, a different meaning. So this man also has the fascination for trees, plants, and other things, and this colorful fins. The aquarium is his choice. She said when he has, relaxation time, the free time, he likes to spend that time on these things. But I want him to be out with me to the mall. So the person, if not an introvert, at least ambivert, but not extrovert. But the girl is thoroughly an extrovert person. So interest point, likings, the likes and dislikes, and just not being matched with each other. That doesn't mean that they do not have the assessment of the positive points in the other person, and that doesn't mean that they do not love each other. They of course love each other. But the girl was telling me, when my things are not being met, I try to organize my communicative speech to him in a specific pattern. Tar mane bhebe chinte specific words collect kore, she tries to express her mind to him. But since this is fake something fake. This is not the spontaneous reaction that she is bringing out. Since it is losing its spontaneity, she cannot maintain it for long. And she was telling me, you know, even if I say good words, my face shows, my face makes it very clear to him that I am angry. I'm not liking his thing. So I told her, this is the situation with all of us. On many occasions, we also react in the same way. I was telling him, who was the person historically known who always, throughout his life, tried to impose his own things onto others? She said, I don't remember. I don't know. I don't know. I said, Hitler. Hitler. Hitler was only I-oriented personality. No you existed in his domain, in his life. Only me and I. Okay? So what I want, you have to do it. Why, Baba? The other person is also another personality. The other person is also a person. He has or she has her own mind, her own desires, her own expectations, her own decisions. Okay? So that he or she would follow your dictum only. You cannot expect that. If you expect that, that means you are giving the other person the scope to behave in the same way with you. And if he behaves the same way with you, what do you think? You would like it? She said, no, 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 I'm not going to take others' view on me. So I said, what you are doing, you know, we all are behaving like Khude Hitlers. Khude Hitlers. Why Khude? Because towering personality he had. We do not have that personality. But we are behaving more or less like him. So skill-wise, it is the concern of our emotion, it is the utilization of our emotion to understand my own self as well as others. And there we coin the term emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is a component of intelligence which gives a different flavor to our intellectual assessment of a situation. Emotional intelligence prompts us to understand our own mind, our own emotions, and it helps us to identify the emotions of the other. If I understand the other person in front of me, I would automatically speak in a language which would be pleasant. If it is a negative situation that you are trying to show your anger, not feeling angry, because the moment you feel angry, you are weak. You are weak. The moment you are angry, you are basically crying inside. Why not you look after my need? Why aren't you listening to me? It's a cry within. But sometimes we need to show our anger to tackle a situation. Sri Ramakrishna Dev Thakur bolchen, maje maje fosh korbi. Why? Because that is needed. That is needed. Your housemaid is not cleaning a particular portion of your house. For last 6 days, you are telling her, clean that area, clean that area. She's not doing it. On the 7th day, you need to be little harsh in the sense, ektu dhomke bola. For last 6 days, I'm telling you, why aren't you doing it? Do it now. But you are not angry inside. Why? Because there is no point in being angry with him or her. Why? Because they do not understand this, and this tendency of not taking the work seriously is the tune of the day. That's why she didn't do it. But since you need to be done by her, you need to have a different tone in your voice. That doesn't mean mentally you are angry. If you are angry, if you are upset, as because she is not listening to you, she is not obeying you properly, that negative frame of mind will kill the rest of the day's work. The quality of those things would be reduced. Why? Because mentally you are not in the better frame of mind to address those things. So this is a loss. So soft skill wise, this is just not our behavior. This is just not our emotional intelligence. This is basically the personality. The personality of the given individual. Pubali and Purba spoke so many good things about me. Okay, that seemed to be very, very pleasant. I liked it. If the good thing is given to me, why shouldn't I like it? Why shouldn't I enjoy it? Yet at the same time, I must tell all of you that I don't get carried away with appreciation. I do not equally get carried away with the negative things that are being hurled at me. To tell you very frankly, the attitude that you people have shown at the initial stage of this program, that is pure and simple love, respect towards me, regards towards me, okay? The same attitude is not available in my own department. That is there everywhere, nothing to hide, nothing to hide. That is not there. The quality of respect that I receive from our own fraternity outside Calcutta, it is not there in my own department. Why? Because jealousy component is unusually prominent. Unusually prominent. The other day, I was listening to one of the faculty members there. She said a particular girl came to appear for the PhD interview. Okay. And she said, after explaining her thing, the supervisor under whom you would like to do your work, she said a specific person from the department, but it would be a very, very deep supervision and monitoring on the part of NS ma'am. Instantly, another faculty who is supposed to be who was my student said, she's not in the department. Why are you taking her name? She said, I wanted to do my work under NS ma'am only, but since she's not there in the department, I need to take help of another person. So she made it very clear that she's actually interested in me, but in order to have the access there, she's picking up another faculty there also. After they finished this interview, somebody else spoke his mind or her mind. I'm not interested in disclosing the identity. এই বুড়ি retired professor গুলো কি আর থামবে না? So this is the comment that I received. বুড়ি retired professor গুলো কি আর থামবে না? This is utter disrespect. But you know, I was not disrespected. The person who uttered these words, it's a disrespect towards him or her, or on his or her part, not towards me. Because you do not know how to behave in that situation. You really couldn't control your anger. You really couldn't control your jealousy. So soft skill is speaking about projecting, placing, presenting my own personality. Now, in order to address Purba's question, I must say that personality has two components. Since I'm a hardcore Freudian, I believe in the unconscious area of mind also, unconscious, subconscious mind. So personality has two components. On the conscious layer of mind, we have persona. And in the deeper level of mind, we have the primitive contents which we inherit in our birth. That area we call shadow. The shadow is there inside, and persona is the expressed frame of our personality. Overt aspect of personality and covert aspect of personality. In the shadow area, we have primitive impulses being stored. The two most important primitive impulses are aggression and sex. The sex is just not body sex. The sex is just not genital sex. Sense of pleasantness, sense of pleasure is associated with the concept of sex there. So happiness, the thing that makes me happy, the thing that gives me satisfaction, that is sex. And the other one is aggression. Aggression is also altogether is not a negative phenomena. Aggression also has this positive aspect, because while we have this aggression that calls for strength in the personality, more energy, more striving. So the way you utilize your anger, your aggressive orientation, if that brings something positive, something good, that is also not a negative. But the shadow component calls for the negative components of personality, which we try to keep within ourselves. Within ourselves. When I say aggression can also have the positivity, Maradona, very recently we have lost him. Someone wrote a book on Maradona and he came to consult me regarding his psyche, Maradona's psyche. So I said, if he had not been a good footballer, a footballer of that kind, legendary footballer, he would have been a criminal. Because the amount of aggression that he carried within his system, that would result in destruction only. But that thing was creatively utilized in playing football. Whoever the medical surgeon is, who is extraordinarily skilled and is very, very well known, you would know he or she also has this aggression within, but in a creative content that has been diverted to other areas. That's why with aggressive need, with aggressive energy, he or she has become very good surgeon. If someone asked me to cut a particular portion of the body, I would be the last person to do it. My mother wanted me to be the doctor. I cannot stand the vision of syringe. I cannot get the smell of this bleaching powder, other stuff there. How can I be the doctor? That was her dream, her desire. Temperamentally, I'm not at all there. Okay, so I wanted to be a psychologist and I have become a psychologist. Now this good surgeon, when he cuts the body flesh, when he stitches the body flesh, he gets a different kind of pleasure. I know of a particular surgeon in Calcutta who says, "Dekhechish ki chhobita anklam, eto sundor stitch korchen," so that becomes a good picture for him, a painting for him. Ki sundor chhobita anklam, eto sundor kore korchen. So that is creativity. So aggression you can utilize in creativity also. But if by any chance this raw sex and raw aggression is not being under the cover of creation or channelized into creativity, if they come out in our behavior pattern, the persona will carry the impression that a negative person. He's a rapist. She's a very angry woman. The other one is maladjusted, like that. So in persona, we try to project a particular aspect which is as per the norm of the society. We all do that. We all do that. We are bound to behave in that way because we play multiple roles in our life. Multiple roles. You are the daughter of or son of somebody. You are the mother of somebody, you are the wife of somebody, you are the sister of somebody, you are the friend to somebody, a student to a teacher, multiple roles we have. In each of the situation, the adoption of the specific role calls for the skill in the persona. That is needed. But if the persona skillfully is trying to hide the shadow component, the shadow component is also very prominent, the person is trying to hide it. There we call deceiving behavior pattern, deception. Deception is wrong because this is not a healthy component of mind. Not a healthy component of mind. In order to be away from deception, you need to realize what is going on in your mind and you need to adopt personal self-control, your own self-control. I would not bring it. For example, you are angry with somebody and you spoke negative words to the other person. Maybe temporarily that has given you satisfaction. As diyechi ek dose. Temporarily that gives you the satisfaction. But afterwards, you would think, why did I behave in that way? I projected myself in a very, very nasty way. That's not done. I shouldn't have done it. If this realization is there, I would ask you to feel when you are getting angry towards somebody, that somebody is negative to you in terms of his or her interaction with you. If the person is negative, if the person seems to be negative, or he or she has done something which should call for this adjective that the person is negative, if you get angry towards the same person, you are signifying that person which he doesn't deserve. You are signifying the person. So what should be the situation, life skill wise? I accept him the way he is. But since I find him to be negative, I disconnect myself from that person. I dissociate myself from that person. So no persona will manifest any negative reaction. The more negative reactions you put there, your system would have a corrosive effect and the person would be signified in your life.
Madam, how to disconnect? I mean, this disconnection thing is very, I suppose, difficult to
Definitely
practice.
difficult. Definitely difficult. Disconnecting yourself from the person, dissociating yourself from the person calls for emotional maturity. Emotional maturity, if it is there, I would accept it. Oh, this is what is there. Say, for example, my analyst used to tell me, from a rickshawala, you are expecting the language of Satyajit Ray. I said, আপনি একটু বেশি বাড়িয়ে বলছেন. From a rickshawala, you are expecting the language of Satyajit Ray. I said, no, but he was unnecessarily behaving very badly with me. I was angry. I had my own personal session in the couch and I was telling him. But later on, I realized absolutely correct he was. The thing that you are expecting, that is not there in that person. So the moment you can control your expectation, that means you give up your expectation regarding the person. You do not have any emotion regarding that person. The person would be there in front of you. The person would behave more or less in the same way, but you would not be affected. This is called emotional maturity. Emotional maturity prompts us to accept reality as it is. To accept reality as it is. Huh? So this is the situation. If the persona you are aware of and you know you are not intentionally hiding something to project a different self of yours, you are mature. You are matured. So the moment you understand your own mind and you know, as you were pointing out, Purva, that this sophistication, we would like to put us in a sophisticated fashion. This sophistication primarily demands your get-up, your dress sense, your use of perfume, the cosmetics, the bag that you carry, the pair of shoes that you wear. They are not sophistication. There are mastermashais of various types in our life who throughout their life wore Punjabi or shirt with khato dhuti, one jhuli on the side. They were most sophisticated personality that I know of. I had one such teacher in my life. So that never called for a specific style of wearing certain things, your jewelry, your other things. If they make your personality, that is also fake. That is also fake. You know, many people talk about my style of wearing sarees, and my signature style is wearing cotton sarees. I prefer to wear cotton throughout the year, everywhere, except in places. আমি তো আর টাইলটা পরে বিয়ে বাড়ি যাব না, so I wear something. In a particular program, একটা বড় জায়গায় বলতে যাচ্ছি, I wear the silk there. But I prefer to wear suti shari. Many people told me, you look cheap. I don't mind. I do not wear any cosmetics. I do not know anything about cosmetics. Lack of skill, no doubt. But I do not have a hankering there. অত শত বুঝি না, পারি না, ছেড়ে দাও, হবে না. Okay, once this Didi Bangla program, they called me there to participate in a live program. The program was on Roop Kotha. I mean, Roop Chorcha. I said, you have selected a wrong person. I do not know what you put on your cheek, what you put on your eyes. I do not know those things. No, Didi, please carry on, carry on. I said, I do not know. How would I speak? I do not know anything about cosmetics. So I spoke there, I spoke about mental beauty, how to develop that. And they were so interested. There was a series on this particular topic, how to develop mental beauty. So this is sophistication. This is sophistication of your mind. The more you are able to understand people around you, and the more you have the control over your own self, the most sophisticated person you are going to be. That depends on your soft skill. That will decide the way you speak. That will decide how much you would be accepted by others.
Didi, one related question to these kind of things, what we generally face. I suppose Pooba Didi will be perfectly knowing what I am intending to say. That is, these kind of negative emotions. Maybe we are not angry. Maybe we are not reacting. Maybe we have that sophistication that we are not saying anything. But deep down, at least I know that I get hurt. I cannot deny that. It remains with me, and it takes a lot of time to get over the kind of, oh my God, this my senior has said this kind of a thing. How could she do this? So it comes to me. Yeah.
Pooba, this is your expectation. In a social situation, in a professional situation, maybe your expectations are not wrong. As I said, somebody passed this comment, these old teachers, why should they continue to have those things? So the normal expectation is, since they're junior, since most of them are my students, so they would not speak in this way regarding me. That is the normal expectation. But when the situation is different, if you expect the original thing, that would not be available. So getting hurt by somebody else's comment is, once again, putting your significance somewhere, opatredan, putting the significance somewhere where the person doesn't deserve it. When the person hurts, it's his or her inability to control that behavior pattern. So that person is less sophisticated. That person is mismatched in the situation. And that is the trend of this world. Bolo.
But how to expect less? মানে আমরা তো expectations রেখেই ফেলছি, মানে we keep on trusting that person and we keep on getting hurt. এটা আমাদের ফ্যামিলিতেও হয়ে থাকে, মানে we all I mean our family people, so but still we are expecting from that person, we keep on getting hurt. আবার সেটা phase of I mean sadness, or I mean keeps on going, again we rejuvenate once again. So এটা cycle. Yes,
it's a vicious circle.
Yes, ma'am.
Vicious circle. You are expecting, you are getting hurt. Again, you are expecting, you are getting hurt. So
yes,
it keeps on rolling down in the same way. When you are getting hurt and you know the other person will not give you, as I said, it is not the other person is not giving you. The other person is not able to give you. I'll give you an example. Small children, they come to my chamber. Sometimes they say, I wanted to have this mobile. I wanted to have this. My father is not giving me. I asked him, what does your father do? The thing that he is wanting and the father's job, it's not matched. So I said, Baba dichhe na noy, Baba dite parche na. When you say he or she is not giving me, you are directly hurt. But if you understand the person emotionally is not able to give you that. I mean, very simple example I'm citing. You go to the bank, there would be few people who would ask for the pen. Ektu deben, shoita korbo. You would give him. Since I use a fountain pen, I do not feel like giving it to anybody because the nib gets affected by the pressure of the hand. So if I say, Bankeshan, আপনার তো পেনটা থাকা উচিত, আমি আমারটা দেব না, আমি ফাউন্টেন ইউজ করি, a particular person may react, chi. A simple pen just for a minute, you can't give. No, the other person cannot give. Maybe that is very precious to him, or he doesn't feel like sharing his personal things to him. And at this point, because of the pandemic, someone may say, no, don't touch my pen. That is there. That is there, the possibility wise. But if you think, no, this is simple affair. If anybody else has asked for my pen, I would have to him. That is you. The other person who is not giving you, he or she is not what you are. He or she is different. The moment you understand this difference, you would not repeat your expectation there. And Somdatta, this expectation pattern on our part is our very, very common feature of the mind.
Yes,
In
ma'am.
order to have the control over our expectation, the less you expect from life, the less you expect from people around you, the more happy you would be. Because the pain of not having it won't be there. How would you have less expectation? Only by having self-awareness. How would you develop this self-awareness? You need to sit for 10 minutes quietly every day, maybe in meditative process, or just close your eyes and think about what is there in your mind, what you are having, what you are not having. The moment the self-exploration process takes place, every day 10 minutes, sit there somewhere all by yourself and quietly. Do not listen to music, do not do anything, just sit there. Close your eyes and try to go inside. Just see what is there within you. The more you have this self-exploration, immediately you would understand what to expect, how much to expect, from whom to expect, and from whom not to. You tend to have your control over that.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
We have a few questions. Shafiq Ahmed, he has a related kind of a question, so I shuffled it up. How to behave and control anger, emotion, irritation, particularly when somebody speaks wrong and argues an invalid, illogical, unwanted point. I suppose you have answered more or less that particular thing. And the
To
second
Saki's question,
Yeah.
I would like to mention, if someone behaves in this way in front of me, I look at her or him very closely, and you know what I find? I find the other person is crying inside. The other person is crying. Why didn't you do it? You had done this. That's why I'm suffering. The voice is getting raised. Why? Because the person wanted to have something else, which you couldn't provide. Either you didn't provide or you couldn't provide. That is your prerogative. If the person shouts, that has got nothing to do with you. Do not take it. Do not take it. How not to take that? If someone offers the kachra of the family in a very, very nice poly pack, would you take it from his or her hand? You won't take it because you know it's full of kachra. But that has been wrapped up very nicely. If you don't take it, where does it go? That packet full of all odd things, vegetables, other things, the things that you want to throw away. All those things are there in that packet. The person is trying to hand it over to you. Please take it and throw it somewhere else. Would you take that? You won't. If you don't take that, where does it go? Either it stays, yes. Either it stays with the other person or it falls down. So it won't come to you. Yes.
Yes, madam. Actually, I understand that less satisfaction or less expectation is the key for being happiness. But sometimes we meet some people that they argue with some illogical or unwanted point. How to handle that situation amicably?
See, Shafiq, we have in our mind, it is not possible for us not to have any expectation. In that case, we have been the Maharaj of Ramakrishna Mission, Chunnashis,
Yes.
that we do not have expectation, we have total self-control, we do not expect anything from them. But what I feel, in comparison to Maharajas of various spiritualistic or religious practices, we are much better off. You know, I was telling Maharaj one day, you do not count income tax. You do not try to keep money in the mediclaim, because your life is secured there. The institute will take care of you. But we go through all these hurdles in life, so we are stronger than what you people are. Mentally, we are stronger. So expectation-wise, we cannot give up all our expectation. You can have expectation. In expectation, there are two possibilities. The expectations can be fulfilled, or it would meet just the opposite. When the expectation is not met, we feel frustrated, we get angry. If you can develop a mind, I would have this expectation. If by any chance that is being fulfilled, I'll be happy. But I have in the back of my mind, the possibility is also there, it may not meet fulfillment. And I'm ready to accept that also. When you take the chance of fulfilling your expectation, do it. But always have in the mind, any reason may be there, any condition may be responsible for not helping you to have the fulfillment of your desire, of your expectation. If your mind is ready to accept that also, no problem. When people keep on arguing with wrong set of logic, you cannot give them, or you cannot put the proper logic to them, because they are not in the frame of mind to accept your views. So let them speak first. Let them speak first the way they want to. After that, just ask them very modestly, may I place my view? It's up to you to decide who is right or who is wrong. But please let me express my view. Absolutely. In a soft voice, when you place your view, without trying to impose them onto others and without criticizing others' view, just tell them, I have listened to you. Now please listen to me and then decide. You decide for yourself. What I would decide, I would take my own decision. But let me speak. If they give you the opportunity to speak, you explain your point of view. If they are not ready to take your view, the situation is nullified for you. You are not there to accept their view. You are not there to pass any comment on that view. Just leave the situation.
There is one related question. Sanjay Shamardar has asked, anger, pleasure, etc. are the sensations of human mind. How can you identify it as negative or positive? Because negative and positive are also relative.
All relative terms. Relative, no doubt. But I have already given the logic of how to take anger positively, how to visualize anger as negative. Negative, positive, anger or pleasure, everything will call for your feeling about the experience that you are having. If your anger makes you happy, keep on doing the same. If something specific is there as pleasurable for you, is you listen to music, you like it very much. You play cricket, you like it very much. You read books, you like it very much. So they're pleasurable. The impact of a particular situation, situational stimulation, objective stimulation, or a situation is there. The impact you need to count on. If the impact gives you a good feeling, that is positive for you. If the effect is irritating you, if the effect is upsetting you, if the effect is making you fidgety, that means you are in the negative mode.
There is another question: how to overcome doubtful mindset sometimes observed among people around you?
Doubtful regarding what? Doubtful regarding your personality, or basically doubtful regarding everything around? If it is a common trend in the specific person's personality, that person is not, person does not seem to have much trust in life, and the person is doubtful. That is his indecisive orientation in personality. This is good or that is good. This is better or that is better. If the person goes to buy a shirt, the person sees a lot of shirts in the shop. Ultimately, he chooses one, but his mind dithers between 2 or 3. Is this one good? The blue one or the white one or the black one? Which one should I take? Which one should I take? The doubtful mind maybe in that situation has bought the blue shirt, has come back home. Again, the same doubt would be there. Why? When the person has more doubt in the system, the person suffers from the idea that I'm getting exploited. I'm going to be a loser. I'm losing on certain things. This particular fear is overpowering the mind, overshadowing the logical mind. That is why he is doubtful. If the person is doubtful regarding you as a person, and if he expresses that, try to understand his mind and give him your set of explanation. If that satisfies him, the doubt would be clear. And if the person is not ready to clear off the doubt, let him be what he is. You once again dissociate yourself from his association.
There is a specific question Devanjana has asked, that her nephew, who is only 6.5 years old, that person lost his father, the child lost his father, and he is in a state of denial. And whenever he asks his mother that when the father will come back, and even if the mother tells him the truth, the kid is not ready to accept. So how to handle the situation? She is asking for your advice to how to handle the situation.
Since the child is under the influence of denial, that means that he is missing his father, and he wants to see his father. He wants to be near his father. The common need on the part of a child. That's why he is not ready to accept the fact that he is no more. When the child grows up, gradually he would be able to accept this as a fact in his life. But if you think that the child is getting too much rattled because of the absence of the father, the child needs to be there needs to be taken to a psychotherapist who would follow play therapy method to help him accept this fact. With age, most probably he would settle. Since he has lost him very recently, that's why too much of emotions are there in his mind, and he is constantly looking for his father. Do not tell him just the opposite. But you need not have to tell him all the time that he is no more, he is no more, he is no more. We have lost him. Do not repeat that too. Gradually, he would be able to accept it. If he starts showing other behavior patterns, if he gets restless, if the sleep is disturbed, if he has become cranky, if he is not eating properly, if he doesn't listen to you, if he always trying to show that throw the tantrums, in that case, take him to a therapist and ask that person, go to that person who is able to practice this play therapy method. Since he is only 6.5 years old, play therapy will very be effective in dealing with his problems.
There is one related question. Munmun Giri has asked that Bacon says men fear death as children fear to go in the dark. ma'am, why do we fear death? Is it only for loss or absence?
We fear death because we do not know what is there beyond it. That is one thing. Another thing is, we do not want to lose the people, set of people who are there in our life. Too much of emotional investments are there on near and dear ones. We would always like to have the continuity of this bond in our life, to have the sense of security, to have the sense of pleasure, to be one of them. That's why we do not want to leave this world, leave all these people and move somewhere else. But as Shastras explain, death is nothing to fear. Death is just changing a rotten body and being in a new body. When the torn clothes are there, we do not wear it. Torn is a distant point. If the dress that I'm using, if the sari that I'm using is having, the color is fading. The color has faded, your dress. Faded color is there, we leave it. Why? Because we need to put on something new. This has its life. It shouldn't be used anymore. Life is also like that. So many resources are there. This world is a beautiful place to have enjoyments of various kinds. But this is temporary stay. Nothing is permanent in life. Only impermanency or uncertainty is the only certainty that we have. Uncertainty is the only certainty. Nothing is permanent. Even this pandemic is not going to be permanent in life. It cannot be. Everything is transient. Everything is impermanent. So if we prepare our mind, if we take this lesson from life, that people come and go, that is the system. That is the system of nature. Nobody else's decision. System of nature. In Japan, at the present moment, the maximum number of aged individuals are there, most probably the highest age being 121. If we conceive that at that age I'm still there, do you think it's a life? It's a life definitionally, but functionally, it cannot be so. So it's better if we leave earlier and be there in a fresh life. No fear. No fear. There shouldn't be any fear regarding that.
There is one related question. Just as you were talking of old age, there are two questions rather. It is like both of them have said, Mohuadi as well as Pubalidi, that geriatric people, their mothers, they have said that 84-year-old and 80+ mothers with 100% cognition and mental fitness, but they become childish. How to deal with it?
Because they have stepped into their second infancy. They have all stepped into their second infancy. Mental faculty wise, everything is all right. They are blessed in that sense. Let them be. But demand wise, desire pattern wise, expectation wise, they're very, very attention seeking. Very, very attention seeking, just like children. As much attention as you can give, you give them the thing that they want, but it is not within your control to give them that. Do not be harsh. Always hug them. Always be very soft with them and always touch them body-wise. Touch them and say something nicely. Ma parle bhalo hoto, parlam na ma. Eta ene dite parlam na. Emni koro na ma. Please, ato kaj ache. The way you speak, that would relate your mind to her. That you are not neglecting her, you are not trying to give her pain, pushing her into the pain, pushing her into the frustration level. You are not trying to do that. It is your inability. The resource is not there so that you can look after their specific needs. If you can make it very clear in a soft voice, with making fun and touching them and saying something, that would ultimately reach there.
There is another question. How do we teach children to expect less from their friends and teacher? And it's again regarding the child also, that we have aggressive but emotional kids, how to deal with them.
See, relationship is basically between a subject and an object. Relationship is between a subject and an object. Subject is me, the person, the personality. And the object is anything. An object can be directly an object can be another person, an object may be a situation, anything. A book may be object, I have developed my relationship with it. This is my most favored book. So it's a relation. A particular situation, you had been to Kashmir and you relate yourself there very much. That is also relation, and human relation is dependent on interaction, constant interaction. So automatically we develop relationship. In a relationship, the exchange processes are there. I would give the other person something and the person will pay me back something. In psychoanalytical language, this is called narcissistic investment. Narcissism is self-love. The amount of self-love that I have, loving for my own self, I give little bit from that to somebody else because that person seems to be emotionally significant to me. That's why I have invested my libidinal energy, narcissistic energy onto him. When that is not being paid back, we feel frustrated. We start crying. Why? We start crying because my investment has met with a loss that has not been replenished. I have taken my tiffin box to the college. My colleagues are there. I offered them, take something from my box. They also offer from their box. Or if they do not have box, they say, we would take only a little. You have Nilanjanadi. Okay, this is the normal pattern. But if you find the other person every time during your lunchtime comes and takes your tiffin, but does not give you anything back, after a while, you feel frustrated. Why? With small children, this happens. Sometimes children like to be robbed of their tiffin because that child is not foodie and that child is not interested in having food. Okay, so that is another person is the object. In reality, since me, the self, would definitely be in conjugation with other members of the society, that starts from having friends in life, then the associates, then the colleagues, like that. The more you make them understand that few people would be there to understand you and would like to be very close to you. Most of the people, they come and go in situational condition. I mean, there would be the specific context of having a particular person in your life. You may lose that person. I mean, they would, the other person would shift somewhere else, and you would also shift to another place. Also, there would be new associates for yourself. When the other person is just not you, do not invest too much of your emotion onto the other person and do not expect the other person to pay you back in the same fashion. The more you maintain the objective relationship, that may bring people closer to you. Objective understanding, objective relationship means less expectation, less specific expectation from the other person. The more we are acquainted with this feature of mind and can have self-control, we won't be impulsive to offer our emotion to anybody else and to get hurt there. This is how you should deal with that.
One small question, but it's very integral. How to deal with a loss of a person you are too much associated
Close.
with? Yeah.
You're very close.
How to deal with it?
See, I told you, nothing is permanent in this life. Together with that, I would use another sentence. Nothing is indispensable in our life. Nothing is permanent, nothing is indispensable. I'll give you an example. So many people we have lost in COVID-19. So many people. Okay? When we have lost someone specific, we cried a lot. we thought about that person for a number of days. Even now it's continuing, but yet at the same time, the day we have lost that person, next day we got up, we brushed our teeth, we took bath, we had our food, we have done certain jobs that we needed to do, we prepare our food, have our food, everything. So life goes on. Life goes on. When you lose somebody, always tell yourself you have lost him physically. Within your visual field, he won't be there. Within your tactual field, you cannot touch that person. But have him in your mind. Touch him in your mind. Be close to him in your mind. When he was there in this physical world, he was there for a specific period. He had his job, he had his other work to do, so he was not present all the moments. But since he has gone now, you can have him or her any moment that you desire or that you decide to have. Just close your eyes and think about her, think about him. He's there. So when we lose a person, he becomes or she becomes an asset in our memory process. The more assets you collect there, and sometimes you take some time to rummage through all those memories, revisiting them in your mind, they would never be lost. They would always be there with you.
Wonderful. Thank you, ma'am. And we are almost at the end of this hour. I really don't know. It's absolutely feeling like seconds that you have talked, but it's actually 1 hour. It went like that. It was such a nice and interesting thing. And Amrita, you were by your
হ্যাঁ ম্যাডাম,
হ্যাঁ, তুমি
হ্যাঁ
যদি
হ্যাঁ
কিছু বলতে চাও বলে
আচ্ছা,
নাও।
আমি একটুখানি ম্যামের সঙ্গে একটা ব্যাপারে একটু কথা বলতে চাই।
নিশ্চয়ই,
বলো।
হ্যাঁ, তার আগে আমি একটুখানি বলি নিজের ব্যাপারে। আমার 30 বছর বয়স। আমি গত 1 বছর হলো একটি কলেজে অধ্যাপনা শুরু করেছি। এখন যখন আমি প্রথম অধ্যাপনা শুরু করি তার 2 মাসের মধ্যেই লকডাউন হয়ে যায়, এবং লকডাউন হবার প্রায় তার পরপরই একটা গুঞ্জন ওঠে যে আমাদের মাইনে একটু হয়তো কমিয়ে দেওয়া হতে পারে, আমরা যে মাইনেটা পাই তার থেকে হয়তো সরকারিভাবে একটু কমিয়ে দেওয়া হতে পারে। এবং অদ্ভুতভাবে আমি লক্ষ্য করি যে আমার কলেজের গ্রুপে প্রায় ঝড় বয়ে যায় যে 10-15 হাজার টাকা মাইনে কমিয়ে দিলে আমরা কি করে ইএমআই দেব, আমরা কি করে সাস্টেন করব। মানে আমি বুঝতে পারছিলাম না যে কি অসুবিধা আছে। মানে আমরা যে মাইনেটা এখন পাই তাতে 10-15 হাজার টাকা কমিয়ে দিলে আমাদের কিন্তু মানে কিছু এসে যাওয়ার কথা নয়, কিন্তু সেখানে প্রায় ঝড় উঠে গেল যে কিভাবে আমরা চলবো, এবং সেটা খুব সিরিয়াস মানে ভাবেই লোকজন আলোচনা করছিল যে 10-15 হাজার টাকা মাইনে কমিয়ে দিলে খুব সমস্যায় পড়ে যাব। এখন প্রশ্ন হচ্ছে, আমি যখন কলেজে প্রথম চাকরি করতে যাই আমি দেখলাম, আমি তার আগেও লক্ষ্য করেছি টুকটাক, কারণ তার আগে আমি কলকাতায় প্রায় 4 বছর গবেষণা করেছি, কিন্তু কলেজে যাওয়ার পরে আমি আরো বেশি করে লক্ষ্য করলাম যে সেখানে যারা যে জামাটা তারা পরে আসছে সেই জামাটা খুব ব্র্যান্ডেড, ফ্যাব ইন্ডিয়া 3000 টাকা দামের জামা, যে ঘড়িটা তারা পরে আসছে সেটা বিদেশি ব্র্যান্ডেড ঘড়ি, সেটা ফসিস হতে পারে, স্কাজেন হতে পারে, তার দাম কিছু না হলেও 8 থেকে 10,000 টাকা। যে ব্যাগটা তারা নিয়ে আসছে রকমারি ব্যাগ নিয়ে আসছে, এবং সেগুলো খুব ব্র্যান্ডেড ব্যাগ, তার দাম 4,000 5,000 এরকম। তো আমার তো যাই হোক, এবার আমি নিজে আমি যে খুব একটা খারাপ অবস্থার মধ্যে থাকি তা নয়, কারণ আমার অর্থনৈতিক সচ্ছলতা যথেষ্ট, আমার বাবা মাও চাকরি করতেন, কিন্তু আমার বাবা মা আমাকে প্রথম ছোটবেলা থেকে শিখিয়েছিলেন যে তোমার প্রয়োজন কতটা প্রয়োজন তোমার যদি 2000 টাকার একটা সোনাটা ঘড়িতে কাজ হয়ে যায় তাহলে তুমি 5 বার রকমারি ব্র্যান্ডেড ঘড়ি তুমি কেন পরবে, তোমার যদি একটা 1000 টাকার ব্যাগে কাজ হয়ে যায় তাহলে তুমি কেন একটা 4000 টাকার 5000 টাকার ব্যাগ, রকমারি ব্যাগ কেন তুমি ঘুরিয়ে ঘুরিয়ে পরবে। এখন এই জায়গাটায় এসে আমার কিছুদিন পর বা আমার মনে হতে থাকে যে এটা তো ঠিক কথা যে কোনো ভালো জিনিস, দামি জিনিস, সেটা খুব সুন্দর হয়। একটা 20,000 টাকার শাড়ি যেটা সৌন্দর্য হয়, একটা 5,000 টাকার ব্যাগ বা একটা 10,000 টাকার ঘড়িতে যে সৌন্দর্য থাকে সেটা কিন্তু একটা কম দামি জিনিসে থাকে না। সেটা টেকসই হতে পারে কিন্তু থাকে না। এখন আমার মধ্যে একটা কনফ্লিক্ট, আমার মধ্যে কেন, আমার মনে হয় আমাদের জেনারেশনের বহু মানুষের মধ্যে এই কনফ্লিক্টটা রয়েছে যে আমরা কোথায় থামবো। অর্থাৎ আমি কি, আমার মা বাবা যে জীবনটা কাটিয়ে গেছেন, তারা দুজনে শিক্ষকতা করেছেন স্কুলে, কিন্তু তা সত্ত্বেও তারা একেবারে সাধারণ শাড়ি, সাধারণ ব্যাগ, সাধারণ ঘড়িতে দিনের পর দিন কাটিয়ে গেছেন। আমি কি সেই জীবনটা বেছে নেব, নাকি আমার বন্ধুরা যেটা করছে রকমারি ব্যাগ, আমি হয়তো সেটা অ্যাফোর্ড করতে
অমৃতা,
পারি, পারি না তা
আমি
নয়।
একটুখানি বলি,
এই
আমি
জায়গাটায় আমি একটু
হ্যাঁ,
আমি জানতে চাই
তোমার
কি করা
কনফ্লিক্টের
উচিত
জায়গাটা
আমার।
একটুখানি
একদম,
বলি। তোমার
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ,
ভ্যালিউজে লাগছে, তুমি যে
একদম
ভ্যালিউজে বড় হয়েছো, অন্যের মধ্যে অন্য
সেখানে,
ভ্যালিউজ দেখছো সেখানে।
এবং
প্রথম
আমার
জিনিসটাই
আকর্ষণ
বলবো,
হচ্ছে সেটার প্রতি,
হ্যাঁ
এটাও ঠিক, সেটাকে
হ্যাঁ
আমি অস্বীকার
হ্যাঁ
করতে পারছি না।
হ্যাঁ,
হুম হুম
কোভিড-19 আমাদের কিন্তু বিরাট একটা শিক্ষা দিয়েছে। কোভিড-19 আমাদের বলেছে টু হ্যাভ কন্ট্রোল ওভার আওয়ার ডিজায়ার্স। তার কারণ with our quality of mind and our quality of lust, অর্থাৎ লালসা, we have misutilized the natural resources to an extent that nature is taking its wrath or putting the wrath on us in this way. কোভিড-19 বলছে কমে চলো, কম করো, সব জিনিস একটু কন্ট্রোলের মধ্যে আনো, না আনলে পরে you are spreading your desire to an extent where it is encroaching some other domain. এই পার্টটাতে আমরা কেন কোভিড আমাদের এই জিনিসটা শেখানোর প্রয়োজনে আমরা এলাম, তার কারণ the whole world is getting swirled with the materialism philosophy. Materialism, more. খুব সকালে বিদেশ থেকে একটি ছেলে সেশন নিচ্ছিল, তাকে আজ ইনসিডেন্টালি আমি বলেছি, ইজ আ ভেরি ভেরি সাকসেসফুল ম্যান, আর্নস মানে ইমেন্স অ্যামাউন্ট, আমরা ভাবতেই পারি না ওর যে বয়স তাতে ও যত টাকা রোজগার করে আমাদের দেশে আমরা ভাবতে পারি না। তা আমি বলছিলাম, ইজ ইয়োর লাইফ মেন্ট জাস্ট টু হ্যাভ দ্য এডুকেশন to be able to earn this amount and spend this amount in buying things? বলো সবাই, earning and buying things in order to be satisfied. এই যে অমৃতা বলছে যে আমার মন একটু দ্বিধাগ্রস্ত, আচ্ছা ওরা যে এত দামি দামি জিনিস কেনে, মা বাবা যে আমাকে শিখিয়েছে সোনাটা দিয়েই যদি চলে, তাহলে আর তুমি অন্য দামি জিনিসগুলোর দিকে কেন যাবে? তার কারণ হচ্ছে তারা সেই যুগটা একটু অন্যরকম ছিল। এখনের যুগটায় যে যত ছেঁড়া জিন্স পরে, আমাদের কাছে ছেঁড়া, তোমরা সব নাম করে বলো রিপড জিন্স। আরে রিপড জিন্স হোক আর যাই হোক, কিসে যে তার সৌন্দর্য আমি বুঝি না। আমরা তো ইনট্যাক্ট জামা কাপড় পরেই সারা জীবন কাটাচ্ছি, কেন ছেঁড়া খোড়া জিনিস পরবো? কাঁধটা নেই, হাতের এই জায়গাটা কিছুটা নেই, এমন একটা পোশাক, সেটা এখন লেটেস্ট ডিজাইন। এই যে মেটেরিয়ালিজম, এই মেটেরিয়ালিজমের পেছনে আছে দ্য কম্পিটিটিভনেস, দ্য কম্পিটিশন টু বি ahead of you, তোমার সামনে আমি, তাহলে আমার ইগোটা বুস্টেড হয়। দেখো আমি কত রোজগার করি, তাই তো আমি এরকম গাড়ি কিনি। আমি এক্সট্রিমলি ফন্ড অফ কার্স অলসো, ডিফারেন্ট মডেলস অফ কার, এবং একসময় নিজের গাড়ি নিজে চালাতাম। গাড়ির সম্বন্ধে, অটোমোবাইল জিনিসটা আমাকে খুব ড্র করে। I dream of good cars in life, কিন্তু দ্যাট ইজ অনলি আ ড্রিম। ওটা আমার মজা, ওটা আমার ফ্যান্টাসি, যে আমি একটা বিএমডাব্লিউ চালাচ্ছি, হ্যাঁ সেই জায়গাটা। কিন্তু আমাকে যদি কেউ বিএমডাব্লিউ একটা কোনো কারণে দিয়েও ফেলে, I would be the first person to say no. Why? Because I won't be able to maintain it. আমি মেনটেনই করতে পারবো না কোনো অবস্থাতেই না, ঠিক আছে? এই জায়গাটায় বুঝতে হবে ম্যাটেরিয়ালিজমের না নিজের একটা অন্যরকম মোহ আছে, এটা একজনের থেকে আরেকজনের খুব তাড়াতাড়ি ট্রান্সমিটেড হয়ে যায়, ভীষণ তাড়াতাড়ি ট্রান্সমিটেড হয়ে যায়। ইউ অট টু বি সেলফ কনসিয়াস, ইউ অট টু বি সেলফ অ্যাওয়্যার, যে আমি এটা বাড়াতেই পারি, বাড়াতে শেষ হবে কোথায়? এবং এত দামি জিনিসপত্র নিয়ে কি হবে? তোমার অল্প বয়সী একটা মেয়ে, তুমি তোমার ভালো জামা কাপড় কিছু কিনতে ইচ্ছে করলো, কোনো একটা গয়না কিনতে ইচ্ছে করলো, একটু করো, তার তৃপ্তিটা থাক, কিন্তু দেয়ার শুড বি আ লিমিট। সেই লিমিটটা যদি না থাকে, মানুষের চাহিদা যেখানে চলে যায়, চাহিদা কিন্তু লাগামহীন ঘোড়া। চাহিদা মানে হচ্ছে ইটস আওয়ার ইম্পালসিভিটি। ইম্পালস মানে হচ্ছে না আছে তার হাতে লাগাম, না আছে পা রেকাবে। কোথাও কোনো জায়গায় আমরা নিজেদের বন্ধ করতে পারি না, পাটাও আটকে রাখতে পারি না, হাতটাও আটকে রাখতে পারি না। সেই যে দুরন্ত অবস্থার এন্ড পয়েন্ট সব সময় আছাড় খাওয়া, দুরন্ত অবস্থার সব সময় এন্ড পয়েন্ট আছাড় খাওয়া। আজকাল আরো একটা জিনিস দেখি, অল্প বয়সী ছেলেমেয়েরা যখন বেশি আর্ন করতে শুরু করে, দে কিপ অন আর্নিং ফ্ল্যাটস, প্রপার্টি। আরে তোমার যদি 4টে প্রপার্টি আর কি মেনটেন করবে, কে যাবে, কে দেখবে, কে খুলবে? তখন বললো না ভাড়া দিয়ে দেবো। আচ্ছা ভাড়া দিয়ে ভাড়াটা যে পাচ্ছ, ইনকাম ট্যাক্স তো বাড়ছে, কি দরকার, কিসের দরকার? যেটুকু আছে সেটুকু দিয়ে গুছিয়ে চলো না। আমরা পারছি না। কোনটা করা দরকার যদি তুমি আমাকে জিজ্ঞেস করো, you ought to have control over your impulses. Impulses are inherited component within us. Psychoanalytical language তাকে আমরা বলি id, id. Id only knows pleasure and no pain, only pleasure. The constant urge is there to go for pleasure only. যে মানুষ প্লেজারের দিকে বেশি ঝুঁকে যায়, সে মানুষের মধ্যে সেন্স অফ রিয়ালিটি পুয়ার হয়ে যায়। কিরকম ভাবে? আমি বলি পৃথিবীতে দুটো শব্দ আছে, ভালো লাগা আর ভালো না লাগা। দিস ভালো লাগা ইজ প্লেজার, ভালো না লাগা ইজ ডিসপ্লেজার। কোনটা আমাদের ডিসপ্লেজার? আওয়ার নেসেসিটি ইজ আওয়ার ডিসপ্লেজার। নেসেসিটি, একটা ছোট বাচ্চাকে বলা হয় পড়াশোনা করো 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 করো, ক্লাস 10-এ পড়ে, 12-এ পড়ে, সারাদিন মা বাবা বলে পড় রে। ওয়াই? ইটস নেসেসিটি। Until and unless one goes through rigorous study habits, they would not be placed in a situation যেখানে একটা ভালো কলেজে চান্স পাবে বা কিছু হবে। In order to be successful in life, যে ঠিক মতো তুমি চলতে পারো, সেই জন্য এই আর্জটা, এইটা হচ্ছে নেসেসিটি। The person who is not attending his or her necessities, primarily is putting the emphasis on the pleasure aspect, তার তখনকার মতো কিছু প্লেজার হয়, কিন্তু নেসেসিটির পয়েন্টটা হারিয়ে যায়, তখন সেখানে সে ফেলিয়ার। একবার নেসেসিটি আনঅ্যাটেন্ডেড হয়ে থাকলে রেস্ট অফ দ্য লাইফ টু হ্যাভ প্লেজার, সেই পসিবিলিটি গুলো হারিয়ে যায়। So you have to have a demarcation line between your impulses, how much it should be catered, and where you need to stop. 15,000 টাকা মাইনে থেকে যে কাটছে সেটা আবার রিইম্বার্স হলেও হতে পারে, আর যদি রিইম্বার্স নাও হয়, you ought to feel, আমি এরকম ওয়েবিনারেও পার্টিসিপেট করেছি যেখানে বলছে খাওয়ার নেই যেখানে, কি করে এই জিনিসগুলো আমরা মানবো? তখন নিজেকে বলতে হবে আমার টুকু রেখে আমায় কিন্তু কিছুটা দিতেও হবে অন্য লোককে। The moment you start developing this mind of offering your resources to meet intense need of others, you develop a different quality of wisdom within yourself. This wisdom is so smooth and so soothing for our mind, you would not realize until and unless you reach the fringes of wisdom in your life. Okay.
Thank you, Didi. One question, actually, I have to take it because I have passed through this kind of a thing. Gautam Dash, he has asked, একজন ক্যান্সার পেশেন্ট যে জানে তার মৃত্যু কবে সামনে, সে কিভাবে নিজেকে ঠিক রাখবে? একটুখানি যদি এটা বলে দেন, মানে this is the last question.
The person who is counting on the days in his life, miserable, right? কিন্তু this is also utter reality for him, utter reality, যে আমাকে যেতে হবে, আমার নোটিশটা এসে গেছে। যখন আমি জানি this is going to be the fact within a very short while, you have very less time in your hand, despite the pains that you are passing through, খুব শেষের দিকটাই কিন্তু পেইনও সরে যায়। It's a passive mode of existence. If you are conscious, try to enjoy every bit of life. কিভাবে? তাকিয়ে আজকের দিনটা আমি জেগেছি, আমি এখনো নিঃশ্বাস নিচ্ছি, so I'm alive. Thank God, thank life, thank you life for giving me another day to live. এই থ্যাঙ্কসটা সেখানে অফার করতে হবে। ঘরের মধ্যে জানলা দিয়ে আলো আসছে, so you understand that it's daytime, it's morning time, so you are enjoying the light of the life. light আসছে, সেটা দেখতে পাচ্ছো, বুঝতে পারছো, enjoy that. Somebody else is helping you to have the medicine. Somebody else is helping you to have the food. The person is helping. Look at her, the nurse or the caregiver at home. Look at the person and mentally say, thank you, you are helping me. The comfort, little bit of comfort that you are having in your lying down posture, or if you can sit a bit, একটু উঠতে পারলে, একটু বসতে পারলে, whatever little activity is possible for you, be mentally aware of that thing and say to yourself that I'm enjoying, I'm having this. The more you acknowledge the givens of life to you, the more your mind gets ready to acknowledge the resources, the natural resources that are available to you, that are there in your life, your mind would be ready to move to the other side. It's a feeling of transcendence. Surrender yourself to life. Surrender yourself totally to life. Life will provide you with a transcendental balm. And your mind would be quiet. Your mind would be blissfully ready to leave this world, to leave this body and be somewhere else where Nilanjana does not know.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank you so much. Your words in itself have
এখন একটু শেয়ার করি নীলাঞ্জনাদির সঙ্গে।
বলো।
নীলাঞ্জনাদি, আমার হাজবেন্ড কেমিক্যাল টেকনোলজি শান্তিনাথ ঘোষ, আপনি হয়তো মনে করতে পারবেন 2011 সালেও ক্যান্সারে মারা গেছে। তো at the age of 46, তো ওর ওই ক্যান্সারের যে সময়টা, ওটাকে একেবারে তখন পড়াশুনো করেছে সাইকোলজি, তখন দেখেছি যে 5টা ফেজে, মানে ডিনায়াল থেকে শুরু করে 5টা ফেজে ভাগ করা হয় ক্যান্সার পেশেন্টদের সাইকোলজিটা, এবং শেষ স্টেজে যে ওই যে অ্যাকসেপ্টেন্স, যে এবং সেটা মানে আমি পুরো সচক্ষে পাশে থেকে সেই জিনিসটা দেখেছি যে লাস্টে মানুষ কিভাবে অ্যাকসেপ্ট করে ওইটা, এবং একদম চুপ করে যায়, মানে ওটা একটা অসাধারণ, মানে ভীষণ পেইনফুল।
So this is your experience. You have gone through this experience. সেই জায়গাটা মনের মধ্যে রাখবে and always think of him in a positive frame. সেটা ওর জন্য spiritually is the connection between you with him. It's so unfortunate এত early age চলে গেছে, কিন্তু ঠিক আছে, যখন যাওয়ার সময় আমরা তো আটকাতে পারি না।
And he was a very nice person. I think if he could live, he will be the best faculty of our university. He is so nice. He was so nice.
যারা খুব ভালো হয় তাদেরই তো আগে যেতে হয় আমার মনে হয়। If this God concept is there somewhere, কোনো ভাবে আর কি, maybe he also requires to collect the best persons from this world.
That's true. Pubali is also a very, very, very good person. I can say, I can only say the nice person. She is altogether a very good human being.
Since they two were there together, and you people are their friend, Pubali as well as Shantinath, সেইখানটার থেকে মনে হয় you people are also lucky to watch it.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I was a colleague. Shantinath was my direct colleague, and we worked together for only 2005, only 6 years. But we did our PhD together.
But he made a mark. He made a mark in your
actually,
mind.
we are since from 1993 to until his death, we were very close. But actually, he did a mark in my mind. Every day, I remember him.
Pick up the qualities that he had. যারা দেখেছে সামনে থেকে, আপনারা যারা দেখেছেন, pick up the qualities. Try to imbibe those qualities within your personality, within your mind. That would be the proper learning for us, তাই না?
Yes.
I hope things I could explain. I really do not know how much I could reach you, but I tried my best.
No, madam, the thing was that your voice itself was so therapeutic. It was like a balm to all of us. And believe me, when I started with the session, I was expectant. I was very much expectant, but I just don't have the words of gratitude that you spoke, and you just took us to some other level. We could connect to so many frustrations in our lives, so many things that you put yeah, kind of a, if I could use the word, if you, I hope you don't mind, a motherly kind of a balm towards
Why should I
the
mind?
thing. Yeah.
At this
So,
age, I'm mostly motherly to people.
yeah. So
Definitely.
heartfelt thanks to you. I know there are maybe many other questions for there, but the time was limited, and she has been so patient. She joined actually 5 minutes earlier, and now it's already 11:07.
That's my habit.
So thank you so much. The mere thank you is not going to.
You don't have
just,
it. Don't have to be so formal with me. I'm basically
no.
a very, very informal person, but this is a formal situation. That's why you are offering your thanks to me. But I also enjoyed the session. I enjoyed the questions because each of them was igniting variety, in the sense they have ignited certain thought processes on my part, and I tried my best to offer my analysis to you. I hope you people would pick up some points from this discussion, and if possible, we would meet again. And
Sure.
Puba, this is why I tell everybody, don't ask me to deliver a lecture. I can prepare a PowerPoint, and I would look at the PowerPoint and say things. It's better to have the interactions, because you can touch the other's mind very openly. Within the lecture frame, that is not possible.
Not possible. Not possible.
Okay.
Thank you for guiding us. Thank you for being with us.
That I could manage the time. That is the point. And I'm very, very happy that you people have invited me to this session. You have all participated. And thanks a lot to all of you. To all of you. See you somewhere later on. Okay. Bye for today. Sabai bhalo theko. Stay well. Stay safe.
Thank you, madam.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 So the wonderful session, I actually enjoyed it so much. Thank you all my dear participants. Just because of you, you were the incentive for which I could we could rather arrange for such a person to have with us. So we will break today, and as in the first portion we were discussing with one of the participants, Smriti Ratan Tripathi, if I am not wrong.
Yes, ma'am. Smriti Ratan Tripathi.
Okay. So we were actually discussing that this kind of an STC, Pubalidi was very unhappy that she could not arrange for a get together, eat together kind of a session. She loves to feed us all. So this is not possible in the kind of setup that we have, but we have decided that tomorrow, that is the final day of our thing. Two necessary things. One is that you have to fill a feedback form that will be forwarded to you. That you will do. And another thing is that tomorrow, for a little while, if after the 2:30 lecture, if you could all just put on the camera, we will take a snap. And if you all could forward your picture in the WhatsApp group. So Smriti Ratan Babu will take he will just form a kind of a collage with the coordinators, and we will have a kind of a memory of the thing that we have, and we will also share a small, very small, few seconds video with you of our department. Those of you who have not visited, do not have the opportunity to visit our department, we want to share from where we come from. So that is a bit of an informal kind of a thing. and anybody who, if you want to say something about the course, about anything, cultural thing, you want to say a poem, you want to sing a song, you are all welcome. We will have a informal kind of an half-an-hour session tomorrow. So
Okay. Lovely
আমি
idea.
জানি না
So
আমার
the
তো
idea was mainly by the participant Tripathi Babu, and Pupalidi also wanted something informal. So
মানে আমি একটুখানি মানে পরিচিত হতে চাইছিলাম, সেই জন্য তখন
আমি একটা জিনিস বলতে পারি, সবাই কিন্তু খাওয়াটা খুব মিস করেছে। আমার হেড কিন্তু খাওয়াতে ভীষণ ভালোবাসে। হ্যাঁ, সবাই ওটা প্রচন্ড মিস করলে। হ্যাঁ, কিছু করার নেই।
We'll go and go there. Pupalidi, don't worry, we will be there to eat. আমরা খেতে ভীষণ ভালোবাসি।
ওয়েলকাম। সোমদত্তা ইজ আ ভেরি মানে I love her like anything. ওর সঙ্গে আমি একটা রিফ্রেশার করেছি। তো সোমদত্তাকে তো আমি চাইবো আমার ডিপার্টমেন্টে কোনো একটা
একদম, আমি আছি, you know I'm there always. একদম।
আর আরেকটা হচ্ছে যে আমার একটা প্রচন্ড কাজ এসে পড়েছে, তো কালকে যে কখন ঢুকতে পারবো কখন বেরোতে পারবো, মানে প্রচন্ড কঠিন পরিস্থিতি আর কি।
নো প্রবলেম, আমরা সবাই মিলে করে নেব। মানে উইথ we are having with the participants, আমরা মানে we are like a family, কোনো অসুবিধা হবে না। we can manage, we can spare।
পূর্বা, আজকের লেকচারটা কি আমরা পেতে পারি?
হ্যাঁ, ওটা আছে, মোবাইলেই রেকর্ড করেছে, ও শেয়ার করে দেবে
আর ইউটিউবেও থাকবে। হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ,
Excuse me, madam, I have a request, madam.
হ্যাঁ